please be careful what you consume. We become what we take in with our eyes, ears, and our senses. And if we are continuously feasting on news, people's Instagram highlights, social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, it's all designed to get a reaction out of you. It's all designed to suck you in through the extraordinary. And the sad truth, or actually the liberating truth, is our lives, the majority, if not 98% of our lives, are going to be very ordinary, very boring, very uneventful. And if you figure out how to enjoy life, how to have a sense of contentment in the mundane, day-to-day going-ons of the majority of people, you're gonna like rise to the top as far as overall well-being. And that's what we want. We think we want a lot of money. We think we want to be the best looking. We think we want to be popular, famous. We think we want to be seen as really smart, intelligent, or above the average. And the only reason why we chase those things is because we are under the false illusion that that's what will make us happy. And that couldn't be the further from the truth. What happens, as if you've watched my videos before, you get a temporary spike and then you return right back to your baseline of happiness, and then you just chase the next goal, the next ambition, the next thing that you think will fulfill you. And surrendering to reality that our lives are really good. Like, even if you're not an influencer, even if you're not having a huge line of suitors knocking on your door, even if you're not really well off financially, even if you don't have a lot of material possessions, even if you don't have a lot of friends, our lives at this era of the world, it's the best it's ever been. I mean, when else do you have overall peace in the world? When do you have safety and security? Especially in the Western world, we just take that for granted. Other countries, they don't have that safety and security, and that creates immense amount of fear and stress and worry and concern. Where else can you just go to the grocery store and have access to food and not have to wait in line or not have to pay exorbitant prices? I know people complain, prices keep going up and up and up, but people in general are not starving on the streets, even with COVID. They're not, hundreds of thousands of people dying due to malnutrition in the Western countries. And yet, because the way our brains are hardwired, we only focus on what we don't have. We only focus what's wrong with us, what's broken with us, why we fall short of other people's expectations or our own expectations, why we just continuously think we're not good enough. It is a vicious cycle that, when broken, really frees you, and it gets you off this treadmill of slavery, of feeling like you have to have the right job, feeling like you have to have the right house, the right car, the right clothes. You have to impress people. It all doesn't matter. And even in the end, we're all going to die eventually. Like, all this stuff that we stress ourselves over, enslave ourselves, and chase ad nauseum is all fleeting. It's all temporary. It's all going to go bye-bye. And what we have within our control is how we respond to the world, how we respond to life, how we manage our expectations, and how we react to what life brings to us. And as I've said many times before, it takes so little to be happy. I'm out here walking my dog at a park, listening to the birds, costs me nothing, and I'm absolutely feel such a high level of contentment and joy. And that's what nature does. That's what things, we've just kind of lost our roots. When we confine ourselves inside our homes, staring at screens, staring at our phones, isolating ourselves, not breathing fresh air, not getting exercise, not walking, it's hard to feel a sense of contentment. A lot of people chase, by the way, quick plug, right after this noise, a quick plug. If you're interested, I'm a life coach. I've been doing it for 10 and a half years, and it makes a difference. Everybody benefits from it. It's very affordable. I have students who I life coach, and they can afford it. So really, anybody can. Send me an email in the description. A lot of people, what they chase is external things instead of focusing on the internal. Okay, so we've discussed that in previous videos. Another thing we don't realize, the strong mind-body connection. There's a huge connection between how you feel physically and how you feel emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. And we don't recognize that because we think, oh, if I just get the right girlfriend, I just get the right possession or whatever it is, if I just get the right degree, or job, I'm going to feel happy about myself. And we don't properly take care of our bodies, and we don't properly move our bodies. You got to move in order to feel good about yourself and feel good about life. You can't sit all day. It just melts you like butter in the sun and makes you feel blah. And so if you want to feel better, you want to feel that sense of contentment, that sense of joy, that sense of gratitude, move, get outside, eat better, cut out, all the crap and all the junk food that the marketers have created for us to be addicted to and to line these big multinational corporation pockets. A simple life is a joyful life. We got our hands in too many cookie jars. Focus on 1, 2, 3 priorities and just pour your heart into that, and you'll feel so much more productive. You'll feel so much less overwhelmed. You'll feel like life is manageable. Now, everyone is always so busy, rushing around, never feeling like they have enough time. And that high speed of life just robs us of joy. It makes us feel stressed and anxious and worried and fearful. Let's slow down. Let's get rid of all the things that are not absolutely essential. And let's focus on all the positive things that we have in our lives. Because when you look at it, when you write it down, when you examine it with the context of the world history, you start to become more appreciative. And even more so than that, you start to be able to have this radical self-acceptance of yourself, of others, because you and I, we're always going to be flawed. There's always going to be things that are wrong with us. Always. We're never going to arrive one day and say, oh, I'm perfect, or I don't have this issue or that issue. We're human beings. We are broken. We're flawed. And the joy is not becoming perfect. The joy is growing and evolving and learning. One of my clients today said, God, even in my 50s, I'm still constantly learning new stuff about life, about people, about myself. And that's the way it is. And so if you're constantly chasing getting over that and like one day arriving, you're deceiving and deluding yourself. And then you're missing out on the beautiful journey of every day, of every hour, of every moment. And this is not some cotton candy unicorns and rainbows. This is reality. Yes, many of us are going through hard times and many of us are struggling, but even in that, we can find joy and we can find some gratitude and things to be thankful for. When you start recognizing our brains are hardwired like a laser to focus on the negative. And when we feed that negativity, we start feeling like crap. We start feeling badly about ourselves, badly about lives, thinking that we need to fix ourselves. And it's just a vicious cycle. What we want to do is get off that treadmill. And you could be free. And you don't have to read a million self-help books. You don't have to go to India and meditate for years. We could do it here and now. And it's not even overly complicated. It's a shift of mindset, and it's a shift of values, and it's waking up, realizing that most of the stuff that we're fed, whether it's on the internet, whether it's the news or the television or politicians or even well-meaning family and friends, it's BS. It's deceptive, and it's conformist, and it's white sheep thinking. So if these types of ideas excite you, feel free to email me, the Consultate for Life Coaching, if you're interested. The consultation's free. The first session is 50% off. There's absolutely no obligation. It's session by session. And some people have told me, oh my God, I was a little bit nervous and apprehensive about contacting you. And once we start working together, they're like, why did I wait so long? I wish I'd have contacted you sooner. So that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate your comments. I read them all. And if you felt this video was of value, please share, please like, please subscribe. Every like and subscribe helps to increase this message and this channel for more people to get this type of alternative thinking. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.